Cancer Beast.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev, back again for another first listen. Please ain't. Today, man, we're gonna take a listen to the new feature. Because it's not a new track. Sam Smith already released his track, Pray. But it features Young Sasuke. I know a lot of y'all, it wasn't really kind of a hype Logic Friday, after, the whole divorce thing with Jess Andrea and all this stuff going on, man. I felt like the Rattpack was kind of hit a little bit. And, they were being there for the boy Young Sasuke. I understand, that's something big. And I know there's a lot of rumors going around about that and whatnot. I'll talk about that in the video. But I'm here for Young Sasuke, man. I hope the man gets his head right. I hope he drops a fire album this year. I hope he clears his mind. This track right here, I'm assuming the original Pray track is a very sad melody from Sam Smith. So I feel like this is like the perfect timing for Logic to jump on this track, to kind of release a little bit of energy from that situation and whatnot, because that's the best way artists portray their emotions through their music. So man, look, I'm not gonna do too much talking today. We're just gonna take a listen to this. Like always, been fucking talking too much. Let's get right into this. We got Sam Smith, Pray, featuring the boy Young Sasuke. Are y'all ready?
Me, I'm a man, I'm a sinner, but understand, aren't we all? So when it comes to passing judgments, I don't think that you're the one to make hate them motherfuckers just can't relate at all. If I'm the first one to the line, that's but I'm worth it. I'm alive, I deserve it. I've been on my shoulders, that gets heavier as I get older.
Real shit. Like I said, man, today's features or whatever are our remixes aren't the same as they were before. Before, when you actually got a remix, it was a totally different song than an original. But nowadays, they call it a remix, but all they really do is feature another artist and just give them an extra verse in between the track or usually at the end of the track, whichever one. Yeah, man, the whole Logic thing, man. First of all, let's talk about the track before I actually get into the whole divorce thing, because I was going to make a separate video about it, but we're going to talk about it here. The track right here, Logic, like I said, I knew the song was going to be a little bit mellow because, yeah, the original Sam Smith Pray song is Sam Smith pouring his heart out, and there's no way that Logic was going to come on here and hit it with a Young Sinatra. Like, we all understood that. So we all knew this was going to be some kind of sad boy hours type shit, and it's exactly what we really got from Logic, man. Pouring himself out there, talking about, he has a lot of weight on his shoulders. Nobody realizes the bigger he gets, the more is put on his plate. And I think that, he does have a great fan base. That's one thing I do say about the Rattpack, man. They've been with him through thick and thin from start to finish. You gotta understand from Logic's mindset is money isn't everything. And I've watched Logic for the last 2 years now, and how he lives and how he is. He's just a big geek. Kind of like how I am myself. I kind of see myself, if I'm that successful later on in 4 or 5 years, I would be the same way. He buys him a little fancy car, but at the same day, at the end of the day, his friends and his family is more important to him, and he also likes minor things, stuff like Rubik's cubes and animes, comical skit stuff like that implemented in his music. He's just really uplifting and really happy, and I can just see he's not all about that fashion designer stuff. He can't dance. His fashion sense is questionable at times, but I think that's just one thing he just doesn't care about, because it's not like he can't afford it. So this track right here, man, he was just pouring himself out there and kind of addressing. I wouldn't say he was really addressing the whole divorce, but there was a little hints in there where you can see where he was feeling. At the end of the day, he is a man. He's it's just one day at a time for him, and y'all can't really speak on what he goes through. And there's probably other artists that are gonna go through the same thing he has to go through, because the whole biracial memes and stuff like that. Him having to fight his ethnicity every single day. It's just people have to prove to people that he's black, and I think that's one thing you shouldn't have to prove to anybody. Your race. If I'm saying I'm Asian, then I'm Asian. I don't really have to prove anything, because it's there. It's on my birth certificate. I was born in the Philippines. So yeah, that's that, man. The track, like I said, cool little feature. I didn't think he added anything to the original track, because Sam Smith's Pray the track was already sad and very spiritual and very just heartbreakish. I think Sam Smith is the walking emotion. He's like walking sadness, bro. Anything. I think if you just walk next to Sam Smith, you're just gonna automatically get sad. I think that's just. He just brings that aura. But About the whole divorce thing, man. Like, I was always talking about like Jess Andrea messing around. Like, damn, it's crazy because I said in Bobby Tarantino too, I was like, yo, Sasuke, I see why you happy now because you got this girl, you got Jess Andrea looking good. And you was talking about your wife a couple of times, and I always also mentioned the art cover. And you know what's crazy? Like I said, no one ever knows what's going on between the lines. You know what I'm saying? No one ever knows what's really happening in people's lives. Like they can show you this one picture. They can show you this kind of like this second face. People can be two-faced in Hollywood, I guess. And no one would have ever really known. Even the hardcore Logic stands would have never even known that him and Jess were having problems like that. Because, they look very happy. They were at the Grammys and the MTV Awards and all that, doing the James Bond stuff and being happy. And I just think it's really sad how the media kind of alters what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like saying that he wanted to be single. He just, like, for real though, like he honestly think that both of them handled it in a mature way. Whether it was Jess's fault or it was Logic's fault or whoever's, not even saying it's a fault, but whoever wanted it, they came about it in a respectable manner. They both said we're gonna go our separate ways before it gets worse. I think that's the problem nowadays too, when just because it says till death do us part, like that doesn't mean till death do us part. I'm sorry. Look, if you're not happy in something, then you just need to get out of it. I think that's why we have a lot of unhealthy relationships nowadays, because you get into one and then you feel entitled that you have to stay if something goes bad. Like if your significant other is treating you bad or hitting you or emotionally not supporting you the way you were feeling at the beginning, then you have every right to just leave. I mean, that's what Logic just did. He said it wasn't the same. After 2 years, it was like, okay. A lot of people were coming at them saying like, no, they should never got married in the first place. But I mean, to each their own. People get married 6 months after they date, and people get married 5 years after they date. There's no set plan on how relationships work. It's different for each and every person. So I think that they handled it the right way, and now the media is trying to just make Logic look like this bad guy, and I think he did it the right way. Like he didn't cheat on her, he didn't hit her, he didn't do anything. There was no abuse, there was no slander. They're still best friends, friends forever. Like he's doing it the right way, and I feel like in this day and era we still have people that just want to complain about anything. People just saying like, no, they should have never got together, like blah, blah, blah. Like maybe your ass should just get the fuck off your computer and go get you something and go get you some experience, because it seems like you can speak on everything else but you can't do anything for yourself. I'm just gonna keep it like that, man. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation, Rattpack, man. I know a lot of y'all been supporting him. I know a lot of Rattpack fans been supporting me through him. And look, man, I'm here for everything that he does. I meant no disrespect on his wife. I just said his Jess Andrea look good as fuck. That's all I said. I meant no disrespect on that. And I hope he finds everything he's looking for, within the next few years, within his career, within his life. Because I said that's a big step, man. You're 30 years old or 31. I don't know how Logic is. I think he might be 30. He's losing his hair. His hairline's going back. He's not getting any cuter. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I'm just saying, like, I'm being real with you. So, I mean, you just don't go out. It's not like for a celebrity, he gonna go to a bar, or he gonna go to downtown or in the city and, find him somebody at the bar and like, hey, let me buy you a Michelob Ultra. It's not gonna work like that for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, people at this stage of their lives, they either gonna have kids or, they looking for the wrong reasons to get with people, basically his money. Who's really gonna want Bobby for Bobby? Yeah, man, it gets really hard when people just say, oh, he can find another one. But I mean, as you get more popping and you get more famous, you got all this attention, man. People's intentions aren't really as pure as you think. And we're gonna keep it like that, man. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and follow me on social media. Let me know what y'all want to hear. And till the next time, this has been your boy Dev. We are out.